talking crap?
Nice fanny pack.
Why are you talking crap? I'm bringing it back. Guess what? I don't have anything on my shoulders, and it's nice. It's nice.
Go 90s. We're at our hotel, St. Augustine. Historic, haunted. Oh, it smells like smoke in this elevator, you guys.
Hardcore.
It clearly says no fumar. 301. Kind of reminds me of military barracks, but it's a little quiet for a Friday night, you guys.
It's not the highest class place in the world, but we're not planning on spending a lot of time. Go ahead, say it.
Bring the sunscreen.
You're such a joy this morning. Did you sleep on the wrong side of the bed, Mr. Thrashy?
Yeah, the very corner of it, because you have this giant bed and you sleep in the middle, like a
I
princess.
do not sleep in the middle. I sleep on my
princess.
side.
Princess Amber.
This coming.
Empty my chamber pot. Brush my hair.
This is coming from the guy
I shouldn't have to
who
tell you to brush
thrashes.
my hair. Just brush it.
Thrashes in the
Freaking
middle of the
Sansa
night.
over here.
Mark hasn't had his coffee yet.
I feel like a dinosaur. So we're here at the Castillo de San Marcos. And this place is way better than the base I stayed at in Iraq and Afghanistan. You see these walls, 2-story walls? It's much cooler too, outside and inside.
It's nice.
St. Augustine, Florida is the oldest continuously occupied European established settlement in the United States. It was founded on September 8, 1565 by a Spanish admiral at the mouth of the St. Johns River. So to put it in perspective how old this city is, back in 1565, everyone still thought the world was flat. Galileo was only 1 year old, and so was William Shakespeare. The Castillo de San Marcos was constructed in 1672 and not completed until 1695. Over the years, it traded hands between empires, to the British in 1763, back to Spain in 1783, then it was finally ceded to the United States in 1821. The fort was continuously occupied by various military forces for 251 years, and it was never taken by force. Whoa! This is where they kept all the gunpowder so it wouldn't ignite. Spooky. Most of the cannons you see here, both 6 and 12-pound versions, were brought from Spain in the early 1700s. And today, you can visit the fort and even see the old weaponry in action. It's worth noting that the black powder charge used for this display of force is roughly 1/3 the explosive power of the hand grenades issued to our modern militaries.
It's hot.
You had to get ice cream. Yes. Ice cream.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
a waffle cone of the mint moose trap.
In Florida, you gotta eat your ice cream cones so fast because it melts in like no time.
So, I forgot the sunscreen.
I think we have a shot of me saying something like, hey, don't forget the sunscreen. Bring the sunscreen. That was the first shot you took.
And
You said you were busy vlogging, that's why you didn't get the sunscreen. But
yeah, I forgot the sunscreen, so now we're gonna go get sunscreen so that we can go rent some scooters. I'm so excited. I've never driven a scooter before. Excited. Get an old school scooter like this one.
that's cool.
It's so cool.
It's a Vespa.
We're here to rent some scooters, and now we can't decide if we should get a scooter or one of the really corny, like, 3-seater scooters. I think the scooter would look cooler, maybe. I think we're gonna look pretty corny in like the little 3-wheeled scooter. But then I think we don't have to wear a helmet. So there's benefits to both. And my husband over here isn't helping me make up our mind. Just saying.
Man, this thing is crazy.
Gradually, gradually.
That feels good!
So we've been driving the little Scoot Coupe. The Scoot Coupe. Dude, this car is awesome. It gets such a rise out of people. Like we just stopped at a stoplight and some guy pulled up in his car and he went. That's awesome. It doesn't go very fast. I think we got it up to 42 miles an hour. So definitely made for the side roads. But you guys, if you're ever in St. Augustine or anywhere you can rent one of these, do it. Do it.
It's a lot of fun.
So what do you think about the Scoot Coupe?
It's pretty fun. I think people look at us like we're crazy, and I love it.
We might be a little bit crazy, but it's fun.
We got some people behind us. Did you honk?
Yeah, the trolley. There's like nowhere to park in St. Augustine. You just gotta pay 10 bucks.
Yep. So we did, and it's all day though, so we can go do whatever we want now. on
And what we're gonna do is find a beer. I'm going after your big ship. Going after it.
I am the champion! I sunk all of his battleships.
You did a bad thing. So while we're at the brewery, our camera died. So we had to go get the backup cam. And then on the way to dinner, we met this guy who had a red boa constrictor, a southern red boa constrictor, and it was just the most docile snake you'd ever seen. He let us hold it, and I'm not all about snakes, you guys. I let Amber hold it. I do not like snakes one bit. So here you go. For dinner, we stopped off at this little restaurant called Catch 27. And I just got to say, guys, what a phenomenal restaurant. 2 thumbs up. They had some of the best cocktails, and the food was ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. I had scallops with root beer braised pork belly, and Amber had chicken with like a red wine risotto. Dude, it was so good.
My risotto.
Well, 'tis the morning after. We're leaving St. Augustine today. Just a quick 2-day trip. It was fun. What was your favorite thing about St. Augustine?
Not the hotel.
The hotel was junk. The shower didn't drain. First when we booked it, they charged us twice, and then when we checked out, they charged us twice. Among other problems, but
anyways, no, I like St. Augustine. It's a nice little town, and I like the history and the look of the old houses. And
me too. I like the old fort.
It was fun,
Castillo.
it's fun zooming around in a little go-kart car and not having to worry about people running you over and stuff like that.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, let us know what you like about it in the comments below. Feel free to follow us on Facebook. We are Pern Dog, and on Instagram at Mark R. Perna. And we'll see you next week. Peace.